Jai Shri Ganesh, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mahesh Karya. You guys are watching me on YouTube now, and in this session I'm going to walk you through how to create a micro frontends in React. So without wasting any time, let's deep dive into it. So I'm going to create the two folders, app1 and app2, and so let's create that. npx create React app. You can use Vite as well, it's all your choice. I'm going to use a Babel and Webpack, and we are going to transfer the state between the two micro frontends using, so we are going to go with new terminal quickly, use the same command for app2 as well. The state manager will be part of, let's suppose, app1, and that will be passing a global state to app2 and components from app1 to app2. Let's quickly delete the unwanted things that we don't want, like this. I don't want this, I don't want this. These are the things I don't want, so I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna use an index. I need a components folder, and these components can have anything like my text or something. So let's suppose I have my text.js, and inside here I'm gonna remove almost everything that I don't want. Let's remove this, and we'll be having this my text in here. So I need to create this, so let's create the function. Looking good, simplest possible function we have created, and in here I'm just importing this, so let's do that. So this is it. Let's try to run this app1. So npm start for now. So let's see, this is running. We are good. So this is bare minimal app1, and let's go to the src, do the same things. I don't want this and this. Let's delete that quickly. We just need this index.js without having any extra things. We'll import that text, my text, from there to here later, from app2. This is from app2, okay? And I don't want this CSS and all, so let's try to run this thing as well. Okay, npm start, let's go there. So this is running already. Let's go to the cd app2, npm start there as well. Let's, yeah, now I want to run this thing on port 3001. So we are good now. We have to install a bunch of dependencies. This is ready. Let's install the dependencies. Okay, let's start with the app1 quickly. So we need this many of dependencies. Let's go one by one. Babel core and Babel preset env is common. We are familiar with this. If you are not, we can understand this later when we'll integrate into the Webpack. So preset for the React, we have to use Babel loader as well, because we have to wait for until it's gonna load, and HTML Webpack plugin in order to load the HTML format, index.html, Webpack CLI, Webpack CK dev server, testing libraries like Justom you can use if you want to, otherwise I don't think this is needed, you can remove it as well. So this is a default, I guess, testing things. I'm gonna install this, same things I'm gonna install it here as well. Let's put it in here, hit enter, and now we have to create two files. Inside the root folder of app1 you have to create the file called webpack.config.js. Same with the app2 as well, create webpack.config.js. So let's integrate few things, like fs will be needed in order to do the file operations, because we'll be having a components folder inside f1, and that we need to mount in here, so it will keep track of all the files inside your components folder. Path will be used in order to detect or position your dist directory, and Webpack Module Federation plugin is usually we use an HTML Webpack plugin in order to load the index.html, nothing much. So inside here we are gonna expose the things whatever we have inside the components folder of app1. For that we'll be having a normal logic. Whatever comes inside the src components, that's the things that we are gonna integrate, and we are gonna make it expose to using that expose function. So this is my get expose function. It's gonna get all the things that I wanted to expose from the f1, and here is the default one. We are going to use a global state that we will implement later, that I am defining it in here. Apart from that global state, all the things inside that particular components folder, I'm going to loop through it, and I'm going to provide the name for that in order to integrate somewhere else. And here is the module.exports, where I'll start with the entry file. Entry file will be the index.js, the normal that we have it here already. This is my entry point, okay, the main file, or any file that you wanted to pick as a main file. Later, mode is development. You can use the process cnv in order to define the which mode that you are using in here. Output will be the part of localhost colon 3001. You can define any port. You can define your env variables. You can put it in here for staging, development, whatever you prefer. Later inside module, I have to define few rules in order to get the JS, JSX, TS, TSX, whatever you want. So for now we are using JS, so I have defined these rules in order to exclude the node modules folder. I'm going to use the loader in order to load this, and options are, this is pretty much a basic configuration that we use for most of the Webpack things. So you might have aware of this already, I guess. So let's go to resolve the extensions that we are using, JS and JSX. These are the two things that we are using in here. And after that, the dev server will be running on port 3001, and it's gonna part.join we are using. You can use, it's all up to you if you wanted to use or not, okay, a dir name, and it's gonna combine or join that slash things as per Windows, as per Mac. That's why we use the path somewhere it uses a slash or backslash. So hist API fallback is true. Plugins have to define the main module federation plugin that we have to integrate, and that is the main role it is playing around in here. So we are gonna define, this is my app1. File name is remote entry. It's gonna create the remote entry inside your dist folder. So make sure the name, that file name that you are providing in here will be very specific. And this get expose, if you are aware now, this get expose will have all the paths that I wanted to expose, and that the function that I have separated, so it should be a production ready when you implement this, okay. And in the shared, I have few things. This is singleton, ensures that only one instance of React get created, the main logic of singleton. And requires the version 18 plus. Of course we are already using it currently. And React DOM, it's again the same, singleton. And why singleton, if you wanted to know again, because whenever we are creating the app, it's integrating for the one time only, and then the rest of the things works behind the scene. So HTML, Webpack plugin, so inside your public index.html, it's gonna pick that one and it's gonna load that. So that's why we are using it. So this is it, I guess. This is what we want inside our main file. So inside the app2, most of the things are same. We can grab that first code as well. So let me grab the code in here. So this is my app2 now. So here I'm not using that get function because it's not part of here, but if you wanted to expose something from here to there, you can do that as well. Here we have directly the module exports, where we have an entry, development, output is same, where the port is different, rules are again the same that you can use, resolve is same, dev server is same, plugins are same, just app2 in here. And this is remotes. This is something that is new in here. In the app2, you have to define that I'm something getting from app1 from that particular port running on this file. If you remember, into the app1 file, here somewhere we have defined that. See the file name, this is something we are exposing from here and we are getting it from here. So this is important, okay. Rest of the things, again, this is a common code, this is common code, so everything is same, and just export and import you have to take care of. We are good, I guess. So let's remove it with the webpack serve config, and it will pick the config from webpack config.js. Same goes in a package.json here as well. Just grab this and remove it with this. This is it. So we got the dependencies that we need. Zustand is remaining inside the package one that we will implement later, because we are not doing state transfer at this moment. We'll test first, we'll implement this, and later we'll implement the Zustand once this is done. Everything looks good. Let's try to run this thing. We'll get some errors that we'll resolve. Let's try it out. npm run start or npm start. So here we go. So we started getting error. Global state is not there as we defined inside the way here. Inside here we have defined this. Okay, if I remove this, so we are getting this hello message now through Webpack. Okay, so we are just getting hello. Okay, next thing is, of course, something should run on 3002 as well. So let's go there and let's go to here. We are getting some warnings that will resolve on the fly. So let's go here, npm run start. So let's see something running on port 3002. Let's go, hit enter. So this is coming from app2. Let's see if we are getting any errors in here. So console. Okay, so let's remove everything. Let's put this, the simplest possible code in here. Let's put this into the index as well, the another index.html as well. So, and this running on port 3002, and we are good now. Let's go to the index.js. We have to import the suspense in here. So let's do that. So this will be a wrapper. Suspense meaning that we have to get something that is in suspense. So okay, this my text is coming from app1 now. Okay, and here I can define one more thing, which is the app, and that app I can integrate in here. So, or you can create a separate file as well, as per your choice. Okay, so now if you look at this, so this app is a suspense which will show this loading until it will load from the app1. So let's save this thing. Let's try to open this. You see this hello is coming from app1. So now we are perfectly ready in order to communicate. But the state transfer is another thing that we are going to implement now. So let's go inside the src. Into the src you can create a state if you want, new folder or store or anything you prefer. Okay, so state, inside that I'm gonna have a global state in here. So here is my Zustand. Why I'm using Zustand? Because you can use a global state by default event transmitter as well, which is a better way, but it's very simple way of handling the things. So Zustand is fine, easiest format. Okay, let's start by importing the create. Okay, so we can create the new global store. Inside that we'll be having a state, the default state having nothing in it. Okay, and where you can set state, key value pair you can define in here, and inside that I'll be having a set function and get function. So set, which will do the state, whatever will change, it will keep track of the older one and add the new one in here. It's gonna replace with the previous one. And similar for get, whatever comes, it's gonna return that as well. Okay, so this is the format that we can use. Go to your components and my text here. So let's start with integrating the things from the Zustand. The first one is this use global store. Message is where you can get the message. You can set state of that particular message, and here you have this nice input. So on change of this, it's gonna update that message. So the simplest format that we can use. So event.target.value, and it's gonna update that particular message. So we are good, I guess. We have to check everything is running or not, and if not, by default it will show the hello from app1. So we'll know that everything is running fine. So let's save this. Let's go to here. We are getting this can't resolve the Zustand because we have to install this package again into the app1. Let's stop this, npm install Zustand, and wait for this in order to finish. Now npm run start again, or npm start, go back. So we are getting this hello. Let's refresh this and let's try to add something in here. So see, this is on the fly working. You can persist the data as well. You can take care of the course policies and a number of other things that you have to take care of as per your requirements. So I guess we have now everything that needs to be done. Let's dockerize the things and make it real micro frontends. So I'm gonna stop app1. I'm gonna stop app2 as well. Let's do the command K, clear the screen, close everything, and we have to have Docker available inside your system. So make sure that you have Docker. So I'm gonna create a Docker file here and one Docker file here as well. So we are good. Let's go to the Docker file, use from. You can define node specific version in here and -alpine in order to have a small build. So you can build or staging production. You can set the multiple stages here as well, but we will stick to the normal local setup of Docker. So work directory I'm defining in here. Later I'll copy the package star.json, so it will copy both the things, package and package log file, from here to here. So let's use npm install or I, both are the things, then copy from here to there, and you can use / as well if you want instead of this, and then you can run the cmd. That cmd should be the executable final command that we are using. So three things are there: npm run start or npm start. So let's, npm run is slower actually, don't use the npm run command. So we are gonna grab this into this Docker file. So both the things are same, so don't worry. And now close these things, and inside your Docker compose, open the Docker compose.yaml file in here. Here you can define the version, a specific version that you are using, like 3.9 maybe, and services you can define in here, which will be app1. Let's suppose where your container name you can define, that is app1, and you can define the build context, the path /app1, and here you can define the name of the file. The ports you can define in here, that ports will be the 3001 I guess, and 3001. Internal external port will remain the same. This is the internal port and this is the external port that will be available to your system. And inside here I guess this is pretty much it. Grab this and paste it in here, and let's do this for the app2, and container name will be app2. And you can define one more thing in here, which is depends on, if you want, like app2 is of course it will be depends on the app1, so you can define something like this. So 3.9 is the version that we are using. This is a type string. Let's define the type string and use it. Make sure that you have Docker available inside your system, so install it. This is available for all the system, Linux, Windows, Mac, everything. So Docker compose up --build, hit enter, and wait for it to pull the images. It will take a while, so let's wait for this. Inside Docker compose you can define the volumes here. So volumes, where you can define the folder. The current folder is app1. So inside app1 what you have to do is you can define the data directory in here like this, and you can grab this from here to here like this. So this is looking good, and let's go back, let's refresh the 3002. It's loading, it's coming in here. So let's close this. Everything is working as expected, so nothing much. All we have to do is one Docker compose file. Make sure that you provide the container name properly. Go to your Docker file, make sure that you can use Alpine version as well. I'm using the base version. Okay, you have to define the proper expose port in here. Inside your web config I'm using the localhost only, localhost :3000. Everywhere the localhost, no changes are needed. Everything should work if you write this two Docker files and one Docker Compose file properly. These are for volumes, for having a hot reload in here. So this should be two. So this is pretty much it for this tutorial, I guess. Thank you so much all of you guys for being with me, supporting me all the time. It's been a pleasure to be here. Please do let me know inside comment box what you want from my side. Definitely I'll make it for you, and don't forget to subscribe my channel if you haven't already, and smash that like button if you enjoyed. Till then, see you soon. Tata, bye bye.